I'm gonna talk about something real quick. Probably people don't realize, or somebody may look at this video and said, "That young crazy fool, he's an idiot." I don't know, but this is nothing new. It's some old timer thing my dad told me years ago about and showed me, and I just did it in a cup just to give it you an idea of what it looks like, and not completely because I only just heated it ever so slightly with the heat gun. And the reason I heated it with the heat gun, the transmission gears build up heat. Your PTO, gearbox on your bush hogs or any other PTO equipment, the more longer you run it, the hotter it's going to get because the gears are rubbing together and it creates heat. All right, this is just how I do it. And I explain the reason why I do it. These transmissions have no synchronizers in them. All right. One thing I run the thickest gear oil I can possibly get. 85 140. What that thick gear oil does, along with this grease mixture, this is what grease mixed with gear oil looks like. Kind of like a paste. Now, it's not going to be that thick once the transmission gets hot. It's not going to be that thick. I might look at this video and say, this fool here, he's an idiot. But this has been done for years and years and years and years on bush hogs. Know that 100% fact, farmers have been over thousands upon thousands of acres bush hogging tobacco stalks and corn and cotton stalks around here. With that, a lot of people don't even put no gear oil in the gearbox. Well, guess what? That's a gearbox also. Now, you can't put 100% grease in this transmission, and I'll be glad to tell you why you can't do it. You got oil passages. I don't put much grease in my transmission, maybe in half a tube, not quite. I put a little bit in my transmission, and the reason I put a little bit in the transmission is to slow them gears down. Don't have synchronizers in it. I'm not 100% scientific on what exactly a synchronizer does, but for what I've gathered on it, what a synchronizer does, it's a gear brake basically. So when you clutch it in and shift to neutral, the gear quit turning. I'm not even getting there because I might not even be right on that. But anyway, these gears grind because they don't have no synchronizers on them. All right, when you put you put the thickest gear oil in it that you can get, which is going to be 85 140. I don't think you can get no 90 140. I don't remember seeing none. But anyway, that smidge of grease is going to help slow them gears down when you clutch it in, and help reduce some of the heat also. But this is what it looks like. Now, it's not going to be this thick once it gets hot. I just heated this. I couldn't heat it much because I put it in a plastic container. You see what it was doing to the plastic container. That makes kind of like a paste of it, and that's probably 50-50. This is nowhere near going to be 50-50. This is going to be, I put maybe a quarter to a half a tube in the transmission. And that's it. Now, the only reason I put that in is to help slow the gears down when I clutch it in. It does not solve it 100%, no. And you can double clutch the tractor. What I mean double clutch is, a lot of people they can't even drive a manual, period, much less know what a double clutch is. But you clutch it in, you knock it to neutral, you let it on the clutch, and then you re-clutch it in, then you put it in gear. And what you're doing when you do that, you give time for the gears to slow down when you knock it to neutral. The gear that you're trying to go into that's not engaged. That's what you're doing. But I said this will help some. It ain't 100% remedy on the gear grinding, but it definitely helps. But you can't just fill this up because these gears up top, these bearings up top, it's got to get oil to them, and it's not gonna sling that grease up that high, and that grease ain't gonna run back here to your PTO either. Don't put much in your transmission. But I do know for 100% fact that on a bush hog gearbox, you can feel that thing slide full. I see people just number the grease fitting on, they pump it till it comes out. Opened it, took the plug out, pumped the grease in it till it comes out the plug. That's it, number of grease in it. But I run mine about 50-50. I put a little grease, like I put a little grease in them, and then I put a little gear oil in them, a little grease, a little gear oil. You know, kind of blend it a little bit. But that's what it looks like, the grease and gear oil. And it's not gonna be, it's gonna be thinner than that. Once your transmission and your gears get hot, it's gonna be thinner than that. But anyway, I was just gonna give you that little farmall tip there. Some people might look at this and say the craziest, idiotic fool they ever seen in your life put grease in the transmission. I'll tell you something else that works in. I'll do a separate video on this truck. I have a 72 F700. I need a front seal in it. And I feel the whole rear end, and I feel the entire rear end with grease. I feel the entire whole rear end up on that thing with grease. I had no problems with it. I haven't drove it thousands upon thousands of miles neither. I might have put 400 or 500 miles on it, but it's a gearbox. As long as you got something in to lubricate the gears and get on the bearings, you'll find. But I like to put gear oil, a smidge of gear oil, so to get down in them little crooks and crevices and get back here to the bearings and stuff. The only thing about that grease, you know, you might run your bearing dry for a little while till the grease gets hot and gets watery. So, you know, I don't want to go, and don't put much in your transmission. Just put a little dab in it, a quarter of a tube, half a tube. Don't get crazy going in your transmission, because, like I said, you need that grease to get back. You need that oil to get back here and to get up over in here, not just right here. But anyhow, farmall tip. Thanks for watching.